Hi, thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of Buzz. I'm your host, Brad, the founder and chief buzz officer at Dentainment. Truth be told, we love dental marketing. Today we're going to talk about how a new era for influencer marketing is upon us. So most dental practices, you're not going to have The Rock or big-time celebrities as influencers, which is understandable and great. We know that. But micro-influencers is something to really consider moving forward. So a micro-influencer could be a local chef who's got 15, 20,000 Instagram followers and a strong presence and posts regular content and really has a voice in the local community. It could be someone who, is an entrepreneur in the community and only has a few thousand followers, but their target demographic is kind of the ideal demographic you're looking for, right? So each office is obviously different and specific, so you want to strategize around who might be that influencer. And I'm sure a lot of your patients have a strong social media presence. So maybe on your intake forms, you want to ask them for their handles, or just through conversation with dental assistants and hygienists, talk to them. And if they do, as long as you're following HIPAA compliant rules, there is some strategy you could bring for some micro influencer campaigns. So on a state-by-state basis, make sure you look into those. You want to avoid any anti-kickback rules and all this, but having micro influencers for your practice would be great. And you only need one or a couple of these. And the reason I'm talking about this is because just recently, Publicis Groups acquired a Influential, which is a leading AI-powered influencer marketing platform, in a deal reportedly worth $500 million. And according to Forbes, this strategic acquisition isn't just another notch in the belt of a marketing giant, it's a call signaling the dawn of a new era in influencer marketing. This bold move underscores the seismic shift occurring in the media landscape and positions the company at the forefront of the creator economy. Right, everyone? So we could see what the giants are doing and just copy genius. If they're going to pay $500 million for influencer, obviously this is where the media landscape is going, right? Paid ads are getting less click-throughs. Everyone's got their own feeds and they're following certain people, and it's hard to break through. So when you get the right micro influencer for your dental practice, you could have huge ROI. Now back to the article. To understand the significance of this acquisition, it's crucial to examine the trajectory of influencer marketing over the past decade. What began as a niche strategy, having popular social media personalities promote products to their followers, has blossomed into a multi-billion-dollar industry. According to eMarketer, U.S. influencer marketing spend grew more than 3 times faster than social ad spend in the last year. It's a huge growth. The explosive growth of influencer marketing can be attributed to several factors. Number 1, changing consumer behavior. Americans now spend an average of 2.5 hours daily on social media, with teens spending nearly double that amount. This shift in attention has been forcing brands to reconsider their marketing strategy. That is a lot of time. By the way, does anyone else look at time spent on the mobile device every day? It's crazy. I'm trying to lower it. I would encourage you to try to lower it. I think, by the way, I sidetrack here. I think the most successful people moving forward are the ones who spend less time on their device, go to airplane mode, and read, consume podcasts, learn, create content. I would encourage each and one of you to be more of a producer of content than a consumer of content. If you switch the balance from producing to consuming, your practice will explode with marketing success. Okay, the second factor, trust and authenticity. Consumers increasingly value pair recommendations over traditional advertisements. Influencers, who often develop deep parasocial relationships with their audiences, offer brands a more authentic and trusted voice to convey their messages. 3, targeted reach. As privacy concerns limit traditional digital targeting methods, influencers who have built audiences around specific interests and micro niches have become valuable as new targetable segments. 4, future proofing. Traditional channels face challenges like ad blocking and declining effectiveness. Influencer marketing offers brands a more sustainable vector for future growth. So basically, against this backdrop, Publicis Group's acquisition of Influential is particularly noteworthy. Just so you know, big deal, but Influential brings to the table a vast network of 3.5 million creators. So there are a lot of creators out there who are considered influencers, and they also have 100 billion data points. And really the data is what they're buying. I mean, that's gold. It also gives them scale and reach, data-driven decisions, an integrated approach, measurement, and ROI. And lastly, this acquisition marks the beginning of a new era in influencer marketing characterized by several trends, and this is really, really interesting. First, personalization of the industry. As major holding companies like Publicis invest heavily in influencer marketing, we can expect to see more standardization in practices, pricing, and measurement. So isn't it nice, you guys? Like, let's say you do have someone in mind who's could be a micro-influencer. How do you structure that? How do you price that? What's the deal look like? Well, hopefully soon there'll be an industry standard, just like a pricing guide maybe for dental services that you could look at or not. But we need kind of a format to go to, and I think this deal will give us that. 2, AI-driven matchmaking. The use of artificial intelligence to match brands with the most suitable influencers will become increasingly sophisticated, leading to more effective partnerships. By the way, I know I mentioned earlier how you could kind of ask around and kind of manually, organically connect with your existing patients on this, but there are going to be some great AI platforms, or maybe, let's go back to the Madison, Wisconsin example, or maybe you search for influencers in Madison, Wisconsin that are maybe in eco or food or whatever industry, and the platforms directories will match you with the influencer. Although that's cool, I would recommend organically with existing patients because it's way more legit and trustworthy with the audience, right? Sarah has been with us for 20 years. She's also the most famous chef in the area. That feels better than we just hired Sarah off this platform. She's never even been in the office and she's promoting teeth whitening, okay? Number 3, cross-channel integration. Influencer marketing will no longer be treated as a standalone strategy, but will be more tightly integrated with other marketing channels for maximum impact. Number 4, enhanced measurement and attribution. As the industry matures, brands will demand and receive more robust data on the performance of their influencer campaigns, including better attribution models. 5, emphasis on micro and nano influencers. While influential boasts relationships with many mega influencers, the industry is likely to see increased focus on smaller, more niche creators who often boast higher engagement rates. See, guys? So smaller niche creators, they often boast higher engagement rates, which is really important for your dental practice micro influencers, okay? Number 6, authenticity and transparency. As influencer marketing becomes more ubiquitous, consumers will demand greater transparency about sponsored content. Brands and platforms will need to navigate this carefully to maintain trust. So a lot of exciting aspects of this. And just so you know, the creator economy is projected to reach $500 billion by 2025, according to Goldman Sachs. And brands that successfully harness the power of influencer marketing stand to gain a significant competitive advantage in the attention economy. So this is fantastic, really, really exciting opportunities for each and every dental practice out there. And you don't need, even if you just had one, that'd be great. And I would say most brands, most companies, most agencies, most services around the world will start having people become their spokesperson or influencer, because that's going to break through the clutter. It's much more powerful than a paid ad. And it's really a unique way to get referrals and engagement for your practice. So thanks for tuning in to this episode of Buzz. If you leverage the power of micro-influencers at your practice, well, you'll without question get new patients, have practice success, but most importantly, you'll be a wizard of Buzz.
Create stunning commercials in minutes. With Waymark high-performance video templates, now anyone can make premium videos fast. To start your first month for free, please visit waymark.com/dental.